What is the deal with this secret update? Players aren't happy about the 50 unit crystal for 20% chance at a 1 star, and could we really be seeing a 5-star Scarlet Witch in the future? Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. We've got so many bits of tasty, juicy and spicy news to cover in the community. But first, just a little word from our sponsors. Oh, hello there. What game am I playing? 'Tis Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, an epic champion for me. Raid is a turn-based RPG done right. It's free to play, link in the description, and I've been enjoying and playing the game for the last 3 months. Especially with new content being added into the game, you'll have lots to do. Recently, I've been working hard on my Nightmare mode grinding. I smashed through Brutal and I was thinking to myself, man, what should I do? And after focusing on Arena, I was like, I want to focus on getting Nightmare mode completely done and dusted. But I have reached a stumbling block, as we're going to see in a moment. These Rhyme Beasts always cause me a little bit of frustration, so I think what I need to do is focus on new champions that are going to improve the heal reduction and also removing that shielding buff. Thankfully, there's over 400 different champions to choose from in different types of rarity. And these champions can be fully customized in order to benefit whatever content you're going up against. Like for example here with Prince Kaima, who I have a heal reduction artifact set, and who also has a mastery build that is strictly more offense, but I may look to change that in the future, which is great because you can customize this as well. Raid Shadow Legends is a fantastic game for those that like strategy, and as well something that's so handy from a mobile aspect. Raid also has that camaraderie aspect to it like most games have, by having a clan based system where you can also fight a clan boss. So for all this and more, go to the video description, click on the special link, and if you're a new player you'll get 100,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 50 gems and 1 free champion, the Executioner. Just look at this amazing champion you're gonna get for free. And all this treasure will be waiting for you here. So hurry up, these rewards are relevant for 30 days. Also, well done to Raid because they've been nominated for an award. Yes, that's right, Raid has been nominated as a finalist for the Google Play's Best of 2019 Users' Choice Award, which is a fantastic excuse to go to the video description, click the special link, download, and I'll see you in the game. Now thank you to Raid Shadow Legends so much for sponsoring this video because it really does help the channel out. And as well, my clan Frank's Terror Troop are looking for new recruits, so go and check us out in game as well. But let's get into the Marvel Contest of Champions news. Okay, first thing up, and actually it's posted by Arnie2, shout out to Arnie2, and it was a question about the extent of Silver Surfer being a bleed immune champ, and also fundamentals with other stuff like whether or not it should be poison immune, the other kind of argument points and people looking into different types of immunities. This is a really decent article, a really decent kind of deep dive really of a forum post, and it's something I'm going to be turning into a video at a later date about why Silver Surfer was overhyped, and as well like why didn't he deliver and other things like this. But do get involved and keep it civil, guys. Now in other news, and are the crystals all jumbled up? It very much seems to be the case, with ones kind of overstepping the other when they were below. It's kind of messing up a few things where like players like, oh, I usually kind of, you know, one swipe down is like these type of crystals, and the other swipe is like, oh, it's here, and it's all kind of like messed up. It's not the biggest complaint in the world, but it's still something that, look, it's been like it for years, and when something's completely out skewed that was there for years, it makes you go, I do not like this. Someone's actually gone out of their way to do the ordering, which is really cool that someone has that level of detail to go like, well, this is how it should be, and it's like it's not really on point. This was actually noticed by Kabam on the 7th, and still nothing's really happened. I don't know if this is going to be sorted out, and there was a hot fix or a quick fix that was put out, like an update, which we're going to talk about in a few other stories time, but it's something that, you know, people are like, oh, what's going on here? Is something happening? It is not happening at the moment. Next up, and we're going to devote this section solely to variant 4. Lots of positive reaction, positive kind of thoughts about this particular variant, as well as variant 3 and variant 2. They seem to be hitting it right at the park when it comes to these variants, so well done Kabam on that. But there are some things to talk about. First of all, RNG. As you can see by the post here, RNG in variant 4, in particular with tech gems. And I think this particular person sent me this image on Twitter. Actually, when I look closer, it probably wasn't, but it still kind of fits in the same vein, and it's RNG. I've had this where I've had skill predominantly. That person was talking at previous post about the fact that they've got 2 to 3 rank tech gems. This person got 3 tech gems 3 to 4 man. Like, the fact is there are some good champions for this, but at the same time it limits you, where you might kind of go, okay, I'd like to have 3 champions over different types of classes. Unfortunately for few people, it will be the case you'll be singled out for that unfortunate 3 of the same kind. And as I said, same thing with me. I picked up 2 to 3 3s of skills, and same thing with 3 to 4s when it's come to my previous variant openings. If you've seen those videos, you probably know what I'm talking about. Either way, with all that positive aspects to variant 4, there are a few kind of like downsizes, and the fact is there's an issue with wording, but not with Deadpool X-Force. There's plenty of information to point to the contrary of that, in particular with this Deadpool X-Force fight here. And the thing in question, and that's been answered by Kabam, is for the following, and that is the fundamentals node. So this was taken into the game team, and basically the answer is this. Check with the game team, wanted to let you all know that the node is working correctly, but that there is a typo on fundamentals node that is displaying the wrong damage value for when the defender charges a heavy attack at 3 bars of power. That part of the node is supposed to read 3 bars, all attacks are unblockable, and charging a heavy attack deals 50% of the defender's attack as direct physical damage. We're working on getting the visual error corrected within the game as soon as possible. Apologies for the confusion. But obviously there's still people feeling that this is a bug with the way that it's intended with the fight. But obviously we'll monitor that situation. If there's more update on that story, I'll let you know. Either way, 1-star champions in variant 4. That is something that is kicking up a bit of a stink at the moment, and the way in which you get them, because currently it's not pleasing a lot of players. Obviously when some people started the game, they may not have been given that full warning, don't sell your champions, especially the 1-stars, because look, let's face it, in 2019 you'll be using them again. Who knew back in 2014 that would be a thing? And some players do feel very kind of shortchanged by the fact that you have to spend 50 units in order to have a chance at getting a 1-star back, which is going to be the only way you can get your 1-stars, unless you reinstall the game or start from the beginning, which isn't a possibility when you think about it. It's a bit silly, though I have seen people say that in the forums. Either way, where do you lie on this particular issue? Put it in the comment section down below while I lose my voice. Just following up on that story, people were saying that this is a cash grab. They aren't very happy with what Kabam have done with this, but obviously there will be people that will still kind of like drive on through and get this done. Obviously it sucks to be in this position, and I kind of wish there was a better way that was more kind of free grind in order to do that, because let's face it, you could be wasting units, and people have even saying in this forum post they've wasted units on it. So if you're new to the game, don't sell your champions, and obviously it would be great to go back in the time machine and tell your previous self don't sell your 1-stars. I mean, thankfully for me, I didn't do that at the beginning. I never sold champions except for my Ant-Man at 4-star. That then ended up getting me a 5-star blade. But still, don't sell your champions. Next up, and in weird update news, Kabam put out a new update, and I didn't know if this was to be in running with the release of iOS 13.3, but there seems to be more things with this that meets the eye. Initially, I thought this to do with a glitch that was happening where week 2 in different types of modes for Halls of Heroes was showing up as being a thing. But it looks like there's something more, as we can see here. Kabam Mike saying, sorry for the confusion, but from time to time we release minor hotfixes. Most companies don't mention those very minor patches, and though we do our best to, some of them will slip by. This fix is for some content that hasn't made it live yet. And also going on to say that, well, I was wrong, this is only for upcoming content, and the drop rate issue was fixed live yesterday. But we're still experiencing some issues, it seems, today, like as you can see here with the drop rates for the Power Cosmic Crystal, the Cavalier Crystal. It's not there. And then Mike obviously has responded to this saying, we're aware of this. We've had a few issues with this lately and had fixed to go out yesterday, but it appears there's still problems. We're looking into it right now. So everything's just broke, I guess. Ooh, now on to our final bit of news and our spiciest bit of news, and that is this here, this rank up gem. Now you might be thinking, oh, this looks like a normal rank up gem. Yeah, it's from the variants. Yeah, it's all about those kind of years. Like, what's that? Scarlet Witch is a 5-star. Yeah, it's really weird to see this 2016 type of edition. Yeah, it's really weird to see this end of 2016 edition of this rank 3 to 4 Mystic Gem, because it has Scarlet Witch in it, a champion that we've wanted in the game for a long time. Obviously Kabam have been very specific in saying that it's too overpowered for the content that it's doing. I released my own kind of independent video about this and kind of said, well, look at it this way, maybe you can scale it against the type of content that you're grinding, or scale the champion, so like the extent of like how powerful the Furies are, how powerful the ability to regen is, those kind of things as well. So it doesn't have to be completely overpowered, you know, it could be scaled down. However though, seeing this gives me some optimism that maybe we'll be receiving a Scarlet Witch in the future. But in some ways I feel that Kabam have just put this in there just for the hell's sake of it, just to kind of say, okay, this is a champion that theoretically is in that pool of champions, the same way that you kind of put like OG Thor was put in there, but we probably won't receive a type of rank up. And the same thing would be in the future if there was a variant of the future that was a skill based gem for, let's just say, 6 stars, and you know, it put Blade in there, and the fact is we probably will never see a 6-star Blade. The fact is it would still be in there for the sake of being in there. But what be your thoughts? Thought I'd give a bit of a pirate flavour to that. What be your thoughts on this particular gem here? And like Scarlet Witch is a 5-star. Do you think this gives you some sort of hope or optimism that it could be a thing of the future? I don't know. Put it in the comment section down below. There we have it. That has been the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. Thanks very much again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, which I speak like Sean Connery. Check out some other content here, and also check out my video later on called Does This Method Work? And it's all about the PEP method, and also like some really kind of decent amount of editing, also experimentation, looking at whether or not money and buying into the game reflects how much luck you get out of it, and other types of things as well, whether popping and spinning and other stuff like that. It's a really good video and it'll be out later on. Thanks very much, and I'll see you later on for the live stream. Bye bye for now.